We are almost exactly 1 month away from the 2025 NFL Draft in Green Bay, and there are some former Tennessee Vols that will expect to hear their name called, and they're going to be very tough for Josh Heupel to replace. I think there is one that stands above the rest in how much Tennessee will miss him, and it may not be one of the first to get his name picked off the pile on draft night. Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. So Tennessee's got a couple of high-level prospects in this upcoming draft. First of all, the name that we all expect to hear first, wearing Tennessee orange, will be edge rusher James Pierce Jr. Thought of as a bona fide first-round pick leading into the 2024 season, we've seen James Pierce Jr.'s draft stock fall just a little bit. Abdul Carter has surged past him as that number one edge rusher, and now James Pierce is looked at as kind of that fringe first rounder. Maybe he falls to day 2 in the second round. But however it shakes out, I strongly believe James Pierce Jr. will be that first name called from Tennessee in the upcoming NFL draft. And then, of course, you have Dylan Sampson, who just broke a single-season program record in multiple rushing categories. Expect his name to be called in the upcoming draft. Guys like Omar Norman-Lott, Dante Thornton that have at different points flashed throughout the course of the pre-draft process, whether it's the Senior Bowl, the Combine, or Pro Day. But the guy that I think is going to be toughest to replace for Tennessee is none of those guys. I think it's Cooper Mays at the very top of that list, the longtime Tennessee center. Think about this. Josh Heupel, when Cooper Mays was healthy, did not start a single other center at that spot. Of course, at the start of the 2023 season, Mays was injured in the first few weeks, and Tennessee had to find solutions, but he has been a stalwart for that offensive line in the entirety of the Josh Heupel era. When you look at his career at Tennessee, recruited by Jeremy Pruitt, retained, of course, by Josh Heupel, local guy, Knox Catholic High School, legacy player with his father and brother Cade, both playing for the university. 45 starts in Cooper Mays' long career as Tennessee center and a Remington Award finalist for the best center in the country in 2024. You talk about what this offense needs from the center position, A, from a leadership standpoint, B, just from an athletic standpoint, and getting guys lined up with that tempo offense. Cooper Mays was a huge part of Tennessee's offensive success under Josh Heupel. So how will Tennessee replace the longtime center? There are a few names to look at here, but one that stands out in particular. In fact, one that Tennessee quarterback Nico Iamaleava shouted out in meeting with the media after a spring practice, and that is William Satterwhite, who enters his second year with the program. Former 4-star prospect. It seems like William Satterwhite is going to be the incumbent starter, at least the early favorite to replace Cooper Mays. Now, that's a big deal on multiple levels. First of all, as I said, the importance of that position within the offense, one that Cooper Mays filled very, very well. Second of all, Tennessee has yet to find success in the Josh Heupel era with an offensive lineman that was recruited to Tennessee by Josh Heupel and his coaching staff. And you go back and you think of all of the biggest names that have started and played well on the offensive line under Josh Heupel, they were either acquired via the transfer portal or brought in by the previous coaching staff. You think to Darnell Wright, a top 10 pick, somebody like Cooper Mays, Javontes Spraggins, Lance Hurd, all either transfers or players that were already in-house when Josh Heupel got here in 2021. So it would be a huge development for Heupel and his staff finally to have not one, but multiple offensive linemen starting for this team in 2025 that were recruited by this coaching staff. Obviously, the other name that comes to mind is David Sanders Jr., the 5-star tackle that is expected to be a day 1 starter. Now, whether that's at left or right tackle remains to be seen. Point is, there are a lot of moving parts on this offensive line. Cooper Mays has been a constant with this team and with this tempo that the offense runs for the last 4+ years. So if it is indeed William Satterwhite stepping in as Tennessee's starting center in 2025, he has got some massive shoes to fill as Cooper Mays hopefully hears his name called at the 2025 NFL Draft.